Many videos came out, tens of millions of views on all of them, including the views on mine, and I'm happy to announce that we were wrong. The reason I'm happy to announce this is because it is important for truth to be real. Yes, I was wrong, but there was a smear campaign happening. It is nobody's fault, including mine.
So one thing that's going to diminish anybody's level of respect that they have for you. But what it sounds like to me is what you do is you look at what everybody else is saying and you go, this is the safe take, I'm gonna go with it. You make a video, and then when it's wrong because you didn't actually put any of your own perspective into the topic, you go, yeah, but everybody else was saying it, so it's not my fault.
There's a case that needs to be cracked by yours truly, Detective McClung. On the case.
Wow, what a smoke. Alright guys, listen. Somebody made this, I don't know who it is. They're called Liquid Sonic. I feel like I've seen one of their videos before, but I don't really remember, so I can't give you too much. Maybe I haven't. Oh, no, I haven't. Maybe I have. I think I did. I don't know. I don't really remember. Anyway, it's about Louis McClung. I'm curious. I think it accounts some of his history, you know. I'm not trying to dogpile the guy. This isn't another Louis hate video. I'm really just curious. All right? And it's relevant content, so why not? Okay? That's pretty much it. Like, I'm curious. So let's just really see what's going on. Let's check it out. It's called Louis McClung, Woman-Coded Commentary. Okay. Well, fundamentally, there's nothing wrong with doing woman-coded commentary. It's fine. I just call it gay. Gay commentary. Louis McClung, kind of gay. Nothing wrong with that. Okay? Me too.
In particular, is Pung runs a commentary channel here on YouTube that's quite successful. Lewis's channel in particular is part of the woman-coded genre of commentary, meaning he covers TikTok drama.
Yeah, sometimes I do too. On Papa Got Leftovers. Check it out. Really going to pump that channel this year. Okay.
Men cheating on their wives.
Based alert. You know what's so terrible? When Dave Grohl cheated. When Dave Grohl cheated, I started listening to more of his music because I'm like, oh yeah, he's pretty good. It's not good that he cheated, but like, these songs are good. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like,
and Onision.
Yeah.
His particular niche is being an inoffensive, unthreatening boy that will affirm female and queer shut-ins in ways such as encouraging them to crochet and reminding them that it's good to bathe.
Listen, I'm going to be real with you. I kind of like a little stink. I'm just being real with you. I mean, yeah, I guess so. I think that is, I mean, that's kind of spot on with what he's supposed to do. Like, he's trying to make you feel safe while doing his content. Yeah, for sure.
And whatever you were doing, whether it was art, crocheting, drawing, painting, doing something with your hands.
Crocheting is tough with your hands.
Hands or your mind.
Jorking it. That's what I do with my hands.
Beautifully, whatever it was, it looks amazing. I don't care if it's not finished yet. It will be. You will finish it, and it looks great. And don't forget to take care of yourself, shower, make your bed, clean your room, whatever you got to do to make yourself feel better. Okay?
It's so weird listening to Louis talk now, because after we saw him talk about how he was like a loser in high school, all this makes sense to me. He's trying to be like... It's like, it just makes so much sense to me now that you'd act like this. Like, it's a little bit cringe. I mean, this is fine. It's nice and affirming for your audience. Like, it's totally fine. But it's like the good guy in school. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's like, that's his tactic. It's like, that's how he gets girls. You know, some guys just like lift weights and they're like, oh, I'm handsome, I get girls. And he's like, oh, I'm actually very nice, my lady. And he pulls like flowers out of his sleeve. He's a magician. He gives me magician energy. He gives me theater energy, stage energy. You know?
Okay, you deserve it.
Louis has recently inserted himself in a drama surrounding Dankyjabo, getting a lot of eyes on him from creators here on YouTube.
I think he was just trying to get that poontang from Cataclysm. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm pretty sure that's the reason why all these young men made their videos, is because they wanted some poontang from Cataclysm. Let's be real, okay?
But that isn't really what I am interested in.
Women don't love nerds. Just to be clear, you're saying they do. Okay. Women don't like the energy that comes along with a nerd. They might like the nerd part, but they don't like the part of the nerd that makes them like insecure. They want like a cool nerd, a confidence. They want a confident nerd, maybe. Some women, not all of them, but
what I'm interested in is simple. Why is he like this? Why?
He's a gay theater kid, man. I don't know. What do you mean?
Why is this one seemingly normal nerdy kid dressed up as an effeminate pirate making the most unbelievably virtuous claims about some other loser commentary guy, all whilst he has a fan set up to make his hair flow in an attempt to look like a camp rock star?
That is true. He does do that. I think it's just because he's kind of cringe. Like, that's okay. I'm kind of cringe too. We're all kind of cringe, man.
Like, look at this thumbnail. Look at the faces this guy pulls. What makes a woman or a member of the LGBT or...
What was he thinking? These are all like videos I've seen other people talk about. Mama Owl, The Manny Show. You know, it's like a whole thing. Like, I know that's the popular topic in different spheres, and even my own sphere does that. But I just feel like, I don't know, he probably just... I feel like a lot of people watch other people's commentary, and then they'll form an opinion based off that, and they're like, okay, what's the safe play? What can I say? You know?
Or anybody.
I just watch people's commentary and then make my own decisions.
For that matter, click on this. Well, I thought it might be fun to have a look through his content from old to new and see what I can find. It wasn't fun. For a lot of...
I'm ready for it, dude. Well, you're not a woman. So of course you wouldn't find it fun.
Lewis's videos, his format is to play 2 or 3 TikTok clips and just yap.
Same. What did that say? What did that say though? Put a figure down if your wife participated in a hate page devoted to hating you. So that's weird, but clearly that's somehow they somehow know who it was. What? Okay.
It is surprising just how much these videos lack any substance. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves and look back at some of the old content. Lewis usually covers modern and popular trends and drama
So true, King. I still don't know what's going on with Blake Lively, if I'm being real with you.
through the eyes of someone that seemingly only ever watches TikTok. So we're going to start with this
I mean, that's everybody, right? During COVID especially, everybody got addicted to the TikTok.
one, the most useless
That's why everybody's going through TikTok withdrawals now.
podcast ever made. And he's looking at the Stiff Socks podcast, and it looks like total shit. So he's got something to work with on this one. Let's see where he takes it.
Well, it kind of makes sense for them to have a podcast, no? Isn't this guy like really popular? If he should be doing a podcast.
He did the entire episode with Matt Rife is just objectify women and then talk about the fruits that they would want to pipe. What is the point of that? What is the point, right? To be misogynists. Is that the point?
Big surprise.
So based, King. You gotta get a better mic, bud.
I know. This is a good topic for a video. There is so much criticism you can give to these types of podcasts, and all he has is misogyny.
I mean, I think Matt Rife makes like cringe misogynistic jokes, I guess. So maybe that's why I personally don't give a shit. But I really don't care about Matt Rife. But that's probably why he's saying it, because Matt Rife got like popular for... Well, he got popular for crowd service. What is it called? Fan service, whatever. And then... I guess he was just... I don't remember the specifics, but he's just kind of cringe. Okay.
Come on, Lewis. There's got to be something else.
On Trevor Wallace's Wikipedia page, it says that he is Jewish.
Whoa.
Okay, great.
Oh, whoa, okay. I didn't take you for the type of person that goes on Wikipedia to look up who's Jewish or not, but...
Okay, well... That's asking the right question. Am I right, Lewis?
Go ahead. And also in this video...
Well, I wanted to see what he had to say about it being Jewish.
Lewis talks about what he thinks makes content valuable.
Commentary is
The fucking microphone was what makes it valuable. Get a better mic.
meant to give perspective about something that needs perspective. What these two
No, it's not. Commentary is about talking about something that you're interested in and from your lens, which is almost always on YouTube, completely dumb, regardless of who it is. Doesn't matter if it's Lewis McClung, Liquid Sonic, or Papa Gut. You're getting what we think about a particular topic. It's not that important. It's not that big of a deal. It's really just what it is. And I think that we need to stop sensationalizing our usefulness as content creators, specifically commentary content creators. We add very little to no value to society other than the entertainment of you listening to what we have to say because you resonate with us for some reason. If you like Lewis, you probably like younger, more feminine theater nerds. If you like Papa Gut, you probably like older, more mature, degenerate gooners that give certain commentary. It's not that deep. It's not that serious. We're not important in any capacity. And I think that creators should understand that they're not important. Because the more important you think you are, the less important you are.
two men think about how women look and what they feel about that is not important to anybody but them. What are they adding to the overall situation that they are commenting on? Are they adding 1, any helpful new information? No. 2,
Oh my God.
any new stances that you can take on the subject?
Does this microphone's making it's making my eyes hurt.
Absolutely not. Or 3, information of any kind that is new to anybody.
Lewis, what about being entertaining? He's pretty much saying,
Kind of true. Why are you a water droplet?
And this is going to come up again. If you aren't virtue signaling for the same causes that I am, then you shouldn't be making any content. The main episode of Stiff Socks that Lewis is criticizing has, as a guest, Matt Rife. At one point in time, you could have seen Lewis and Matt being allied in some way, because Matt Rife is mostly known as a woman-coded TikTok comedian.
Yeah, but he's a masculine one. He probably would have been the kind of guy to bully Lewis in high school. You know?
And this started to get to him, so he decided to try to change his persona and to try to become known as one of the 250 real comedians.
That was what it was. He made like a weird joke. I remember the joke. It wasn't even that bad. People just got upset, probably because of the people he appealed to originally were women, and then he drastically changed the types of jokes that he made, and then he got some backlash. But that's what happens when you drastically shift your who you're making your content for.
Comedians. And Lewis, well, he was not happy about that.
Special needs helmets. All right.
I suspect that's why he made this video on Stiff Socks, and that's why his next video was all about Matt.
Matt Rife.
Sure, he was a popular topic back then.
The only response to a bunch of people who may have suffered domestic abuse and therefore did not want to hear you make an uninformed joke about it.
That doesn't matter. Matt Rife making a joke about that doesn't matter. It really does. It doesn't matter. If they're jokes, you could just not watch it. The issue is that Matt Rife generated an audience of usually like women, and then he made a joke. He shifted the types of jokes that he made drastically to try to be more edgy to fit in with Joe Rogan, the greatest philosopher of our generation.
About something you have no idea what it is like to experience, something you don't understand. You're a younger aged man who's
I don't know, man. My mom used to beat me with phones, but I was also a terrible kid, so maybe I deserved it. It's okay, guys. She stopped when the therapist was like, you're getting these. This isn't what we do anymore. My mom's like, oh fuck, that's what we used to do. So she stopped. So isn't that crazy? Back in the day, she used to beat people, And then therapists were like, that's not a good idea. Thinking about it now, my mom was very progressive. She took me to a therapist. I'm 34, so she took me to a therapist, which, like, you guys have to understand that that's very normal nowadays. Not very normal back in the day. Not when I was like 10. And she took me to a lot of therapists. She tried to have me find a therapist that I liked too. I remember multiple therapists, and we finally found one that we liked. We would play chess. And then we would talk at the end, and she liked that. And then I just remember one day she stopped hitting me because the therapist was like, yeah, it's not helpful. It doesn't actually change anything, which kind of makes sense because I'm fucking 6'4" and my mother is not. So I wasn't really afraid when she'd hit me. It would just piss me off a little bit. So
very well built and has a nice face. Everybody wants to be nice to you.
So this is the vibe
so true, King,
of this video. He's chastising Matt whilst trying to not let slip that he kind of wants to crawl inside his skin and become him.
Matt,
maybe he wants to come in him.
You are a man who is above average when it comes to the looks department. But
Matt Rife is more than above average, let's be real.
But I do wish I was in your position so I could do it better.
So he
so weird. Just like Lewis just comes off. I think that what Lewis needs to do moving forward is he just needs to tone down the self-righteous, virtuous shit. Like, chill out a little bit with that. It makes you seem conceited, and you probably do very well moving forward. Like, fucking chill out. Don't act like the goddamn messiah. I could do it better. You're a kid, and it's nice that you mean well, but you're young and you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Okay, nobody did at your age. You're not. So just relax a little bit.
Made this joke that Louis upset with, and he also went on Jordan
Matt Rife looks like handsome Squidward to you. That's funny.
Peterson's podcast.
Basically, Jordan is a weirdo. He's definitely a misogynist, not unlike Matt Rife, and basically
Well, Jordan Peterson is politically brain rot to death. Like, Jordan Peterson used to be a more conservative-leaning, intelligent guy. He's still smart. And as time went on, and I think that one of the founding moments for his drastic shift, he became more politically right-leaning. I think that Ethan Klein disavowing him and removing his conversations was kind of the last straw for him. And then he just went completely brain rot. When it comes to like his actual field of study, which is like generally psychology, very intelligent. When it comes to any social issue, complete fucking moron. And Jordan Peterson now has actual brain worms. So, yeah.
Just wants everybody to think the wrong way. Honestly, the set for the podcast, by the way, is very nice.
Get a better mic, dude. Come on.
And it's only because Jordan Peterson is an extremely rich white man who,
Wait a second, what's that, Lewis?
And it's only because Jordan Peterson is an extremely rich white man.
Well, yeah, that's popular in his sphere, is going to be kind of doing like the virtue. I mean, listen, being a white guy, or a white person, you're generally going to have a little bit of a different experience growing up. You're probably not going to face any oppression with being white. Your family has a higher chance of having money. I get that. But I feel like we focus too much on it sometimes. Like if we're having an educated conversation about historical systemic oppression, like great to bring it up. But generally speaking, we don't have to be like, hey, he's a rich white guy. You could just say he's rich. Let's just engage in full class consciousness. Let's stop worrying about race. Let's engage in class consciousness. So we can unify around that. Unification around acknowledging rich people exist, and they probably shouldn't, especially billionaires, until we're all comfortable. We don't really need to focus on the white. We don't need to use white as a pejorative. Okay, relax. Relax, cracker.
Are you insinuating that if Jordan Peterson was an extremely rich black man, he wouldn't have the same eye for set design that he currently does?
I guess so.
Lewis, that take might be a little bit problematic. But don't worry, Lewis is going to win them all back with this next clip.
You're not the main character of a story. You're the villain in everybody else's. You're the leading cause for a lot of mental trauma for people who, yes.
A leading...
Well, I don't think he's a leading cause for mental trauma. I think he's a dumb fuck. So,
cause for trauma. Woman-coded comedian makes one bad joke, and you're saying that he's a terrible person.
I thought he was saying that Jordan Peterson is a cause for trauma. Either way, I disagree.
Traumatizing women. All right, so what advice do you have for Matt?
You could have just made mediocre jokes that made people chuckle a bit on your comedy special, and people would have been like, yeah, nice. You could have called it natural selection, and it'd just be about how men suck, and everybody would have been like, ah.
Hey, Matt, why don't you
I guess he's trying out the whole mediocre joke thing himself on that one.
just make mediocre jokes about why men suck, and you can be like me, and then I can become you.
Well, you got it. Okay, this is how I think of it. Because again, young guy. Okay, listen. This is why Louis McClung makes anti-male, anti-white jokes. Okay, this is why. This is why he does that. Because he's a feminine guy who probably resents more masculine men, partially because masculinity has shamed more feminine-leaning men. And then he found his community online during 2020, during COVID, when he was probably home on TikTok all day. And all they did on there was talk about how bad white people were and how bad men were and how they're evil. And he could say, yeah, they are. And then he immediately was able to pull himself out. He was no longer a white man. He was a gay guy. And there you go. That's why. That's why he does that. Now, he's not gay, of course, because we know that he made that cancellation video on Dankyjabo because he loves cataclysm. You know, I understand what it's like to be a young man. I understand it, but that's why he makes that kind of content.
What is this? What is this peak? This is some Silence of the Lambs type shit.
That's like an anime thing, you know, where you have the mask on and then you do like the anime laugh. Like that. It's pretty good. I could be a voice actor. I think I actually want to end it all after doing that. It was very strange.
Surely this is scaring the woman that he's trying to court. It's scaring me. If someone gives you this peak, that is...
He's ace, though? What are you talking about? Dankyjabo. No, Danky is ace. He's asexual, not this kid. He wants that shit, okay?
It's your signal to run. Another woman-coded thing he doesn't like is Taylor Swift.
The list of other people.
Jesus fucking Christ, that's loud.
People who lost a bunch of followers, you know, Taylor Swift, happy to see it. I'm sorry, Swifties, but this was coming. It happened. It needed to happen. Taylor Swift is not a good person. She doesn't advocate for anything that matters.
Well, she doesn't have to advocate for anything. She's a musician. She probably flies airplanes too much. Outside of that, you know, that's it. Dude, I'm telling you right now, Louis is not ace. Louis wanted that fucking shit. Louis was trying to get down in that shit. Louis was trying to get down and dirty. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just telling you. Listen, I'm letting you guys know. I don't know when he said he was ace, because I never heard that. He said his apology. I don't care. I could tell that he wanted to tap that. That's all I'm saying. It's an intuition that I have. It's an intuition that I have. Okay? He wanted to hit that. All right? Check the video. We don't need to. If he said it, I blocked it. I blocked it out. I know. I can tell I'm a gooner. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think he has a crush on her. So,
non-political person, you're not advocating for the same things that I am, well then, you're terrible. He also hates all the Dream Minecrafters. He hates Doja Cat. He hates a lot of people.
well, she had a picture of an actual white supremacist on her shirt with Sam Hyde, so maybe that's why he hates her.
There's a big vibe of, how about you cut off everything you like and just...
Was it in his stream, apology stream, or was it an apology video?
Stay here with me. Let's stay in this room together forever. And
I could just tell when it's your dating strategy to be really nice to girls to get their attention. You know what I mean? I used to throw rocks at girls to get their attention. Eat dirt. You know what I actually used to do? All jokes aside, I remember there was this girl I liked. Dude, this is fucking crazy. There was this girl I used to like, and she was dating my best friend at the time. I was like less than a teenager. I might have been in my 10, not even 10. I might have been 10. And I liked this girl so much. So what I used to do is while they would hang out, you know, I would third wheel. This is actually so cringe. We would third wheel, and like we liked wrestling, so I'd pretend to do wrestling moves and like jump off my stoop as if I was doing some kind of death-defying air move. But you know what? Apparently it worked because she stole my Charizard, and apparently it was because she liked me, but she didn't want to be with me. Or she couldn't be with me because she was with my friend, my best friend. So that last part I might have made up. I might have just that might be a trauma response. maybe my mom told me that so that I would feel better about myself. But
never go outside. Firstly, I'm going to be too scared to look at you directly, so I'm just going to peek through my hands at you. Maybe, anyway, I'm more at the hypothesis stage with that one. But I love a good call to action. And look, I do think he's trying to do this from a good place, and giving is good, okay? So just wait for him to get through the whole call to action before you cast judgment on me showing this.
A bunch of YouTubers like Curtis Connor, Chad, Hassan, all those other people, like 50 YouTubers made a fundraiser for Palestine, for relief, okay? I'll put it down in the description. Please, if you have the time, if you have the money, whatever, go down below and find it and donate to this cause. Please, please do. If you can. It's all happening right now, okay? This is the chance we have to fix everything. We're doing it. The people,
it's good to donate. I don't know if you're going to fix everything, but okay, I guess it's nice.
We are doing something. We are fixing the problems. It's beautiful. It's amazing. We're doing it.
This is weird, right?
Not really. No, it's its intention there. This is, I mean, it just kind of speaks to, I think that Lewis thinks a little too much of himself. That's pretty much all it comes down to. It's very nice that they want to raise money for people in Palestine. Okay, it's no problem with that. Hopefully Hamas doesn't steal the money like they typically do if most of the relief that goes to them. But I think he's well-intentioned, but I think that he kind of over-exaggerates the impact that they're going to have. You know, that might be a genuine feeling that he has. But, you know, just because it's a little cringe doesn't mean that he's weird or bad or anything. Well, he is weird. He's a theater guy, but... Like
I said, doing charity is good. But why are you acting like you and a group of queers are going to bring about peace in the Middle East with a charity live stream? I hate to say it, but you're not going to save the world. You're a TikTok drama gossip channel.
I'm going to save the world. Is this person trans? Is this person trans? You know, I don't even know.
Like, look at this. TikTok trans influencer relationship drama.
Dude, how the fuck did I just call that? Oh my god, dude. I told you, Lily Tino. I fucking clocked it. I don't even know who the fuck these people are. But I have a radar in my brain, and it just signals from down here. It's like, bloop, oh. It just pops up. It's just like, what? Is this a trans person? Holy fuck. I'm like a magician I am. Okay?
Brilliant. Why has this nose makeup become a thing?
I think it's like an anime thing. I don't know. Or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Who the fuck knows?
Why is there a trend for looking like you've gone out for a walk when it's cold and got sick?
I don't know.
Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, yeah. I bet you were thinking for a second, Lewis, why are you making this video? It seems so simple.
But this is Lewis at his most
At least he got a new mic. But the fan thing is very strange. Transvoyance.
vapid. Because there's no space for him to virtue signal about men being bad. So why don't we look at Dave Grohl's...
I mean, I guess men are so bad, some people want to be girls at this point. Listen, God bless him, okay?
Relationship drama. So Dave Grohl had a child with someone outside of his marriage, obviously not knowing the full situation, but still doesn't make Dave Grohl look like a good guy.
Wait, is he the kid? Wait a minute. Is he the kid? Is he the kid? He looks like he could be the kid. He kind of looks like Dave Grohl fucked an Irish woman. That actually might be... He might be his dad, dude. I figured it out.
But I guess to dispel any rumors, he makes this little statement, and Lewis is very upset about that.
You have to give points where points is due because we are proprietors of human decency here.
Will I watch his new dream video? No, I'm not going to do that.
He was up front to an extent. He said outright before anything else happened that this is what he did. He had a child. He's going to be having a baby. He's going to be a father of another kid, so of 4, but one of them is under adultery, which...
Well, at least he's going to take care of the kid. You got to respect that.
Honestly, really sucks for that kid, but though he came out and said this, he didn't do it earlier for some reason. He didn't say earlier when he first conceived the kid.
Well, it's probably because it's really nobody's fucking business. He's a cheater, which is bad, but it's only really his business and his wife's business and his mistress's business, and he doesn't really owe us anything. You probably should keep it quiet, but somebody probably found out. That's why they talked about it. And then he felt the need to make a public statement. So, but we're not really entitled to hearing anything about Dave Grohl and his fucking kid.
To put it lightly.
So there's no good outcome. Cheating is always bad. But what you're suggesting is immediately after he cheats, he should send out a message to all of his fan base that should...
I mean, honestly, just for even his wife's sake. Like, what do you think? Like, do you think... You guys ever see those videos of people going to, like, malls? And it's the girlfriend usually has like the guy wear like a sign that says like I'm a cheater, and you're supposed to look at that. So what she wants you, that's apparently a punishment for him. It's more of a punishment for you. You look embarrassing. You got cheated on. That's sad. I mean, it's not your fault, although maybe it is. If you're parading this whole thing around, it makes me question what kind of person you are. But that's more embarrassing for you than it is for him. And it's like, him not announcing it probably was to spare his wife. I'm not saying he's a good person for it. I'm not saying he's a bad person for cheating. It's a bad thing that a good person can do.
Shouldn't have any investment in his personal life in the first place and be like, by the way, guys, I just cheated on my wife. There we go. That's cleared it all up. And Lewis is really invested in making sure that Dave Grohl comes out as bad as possible in this video.
Dave Grohl has a history of being accused of cheating, actually.
Who would have thought, the famous musician?
Happened to date a woman for about 1 year. Louise Post
That's his mom, dude! That's his fucking mom!
Was a woman that Dave Grohl happened to date a while ago, in about 1997, around that area. And it just so happens that she also accused Dave Grohl of cheating on her.
Oh my god, stop the presses. A rock star was accused of cheating on someone 28 years ago. And I'm not sure if he tries to sensationalize stuff or if words just fall out of his mouth when he's yapping.
We are to blame for the fallout, if you will. His daughters should not be fearing for their life by discarding their internet presence.
What? What? Fearing for their life? What happened? What did I miss?
Because of their father's actions that have nothing to do with that.
It sucks someone's family gets put in the spotlight in a situation like this, and it sucks there are slimy gossip channels like yourselves signal boosting it to a bunch of unhinged women.
His daughters should not be fearing for their life.
But Dave Grohl's kids are going to be fearing for their lives? Again, Matt Rife's audience are traumatized by a bad taste joke. He records so many of these. My theory is he actually just doesn't think about what he's saying. Like, there's this drama around Blake Lively. I don't care about any of this, to be honest. But Lewis made a video dragging this person, and it turns out he was wrong to do so.
Oh yeah, I think he mentioned that when we were talking.
Many videos came out. Tens of millions of views on all of them, including the views on mine. And I'm happy to announce that we were wrong. The reason I'm happy to announce this is because it is important for truth to be real. Yes, I was wrong, but There was a smear campaign happening. It is nobody's fault, including mine, that we were wrong.
It's
Wow. So that is your response to getting a situation wrong. Okay, your response. Okay, that makes me have. Okay. So one thing, that's going to diminish anybody's level of respect that they have for you. Number two, what you're communicating to me is that you got so caught up in other people's commentary without actually looking at it yourself that you got something wrong and it's not your fault. What it sounds like to me is what you do is you look at what everybody else is saying and you go, this is the safe take. I'm going to go with it. You make a video, and then when it's wrong because you didn't actually put any of your own brain or any of your own perspective into the topic, you go, yeah, but everybody else was saying it, so it's not my fault. This is like a weird groupthink thing. I mean, if you want to get really woke, this is what soldiers do when they say we were just following orders. I don't know, man. This is that was the dumbest fucking thing I think I've really ever seen anybody say. It's all part of this morally virtuous, like, I got something wrong, but that makes me a better person perspective. It's so fucking childish. What the fuck?
It's not my fault that I made a video signal boosting false information. What kind of an insane attitude to have is that? And obviously, with his fan base, you can imagine he's going through it a bit.
People are just blatantly calling me a terrible person. They're calling a lot of people on the internet a terrible person. I've gone through videos from about 4 months ago now talking about the situation, saying, hey, you're just a content farmer. You just feed off hate. That's all you want.
Yeah, me?
You're just making this. You haven't responded yet. You're just making content to make content. I mean, what do you want me to do? Not jump on a situation and not talk about it because that's my job?
Yes.
Well, no, put a little bit more energy into sussing out the truth of the situation.
Actually, don't just jump on a drama and talk about it for 25 minutes plus to keep up with your bi-weekly upload schedule when you don't have all the information on the topic. I thought Lewis would just be a funny, stupid guy to just have a bit of a laugh at, but I think having this mentality that you're this virtuous guy doing this all for good, but all you do is repeat gossip and sensationalize other people's stories, he's just TMZ in an effeminate pirate's clothing.
That's kind of true, yeah.
And he obviously in no way learned his lesson because he has now inserted himself into Dankyjabo's drama. So Dankyjabo is the same tier
Yeah, we just did this whole thing.
of commentary as Lewis. They cover the same
It needs a little bit of nuance.
stories. They are seemingly in direct competition for the same audience. And look at how happy the scent of blood has made this man.
And today, there's a case that needs to be cracked by yours truly, Detective McClung, on the case.
Wow, what a smug fuck. Okay.
Would you believe it? Lewis made a video calling him a misogynist, and this time it was for the most flimsiest of reasons.
The accusations against Dankyjabo, aka Jesse, go as follows. Lying to your audience, using hateful, derogatory speech towards women, silencing those who are against you, and lying to and manipulating your audience.
But this whole drama boils down to the fact that Dankyjabo used to be or is still friends with I'm Alex.
This guy just looks like such a fucking weirdo. Sorry.
Alex is a seemingly bang-to-rights bad guy. And when this other content creator, Cataclysm, asked Dankyjabo about
What's with this money spread, bro? That's lit.
this, he deflected the question with making a joke. And that prompted Lewis to search up any dirt he could on this guy so he can paint him as a misogynist. And this is completely blown up in Lewis's face. Because Dankyjabo has responded and got everyone on his side, Cataclysm has made a statement apologizing to Dankyjabo for blowing all this up, and Lewis is left out in the cold, looking like a gossiping idiot.
Yeah, well, this is a little bit behind. Since then, he's made an apology on this video, which was, I guess, okay. She made a terrible apology on a video, so...
And if you want to get fully caught up on this, you should watch Dankyjabo's response, but through the eyes of Lewis, because
People keep asking me, but I'm not doing that.
he decided to immediately live stream a reaction, and he could not take the heat. It is very funny to watch. And the last thing I want to touch on is he finishes his reaction stream saying that he's got one last piece of information on Dankyjabo that could be career-ending.
I have something.
Right, and then he recently was like, "Oh, actually, with the new context, it's really not bad."
Very problematic if it is true that I am not going to show you guys that I'm going to talk to him about, okay? If he doesn't respond, I don't know what to do. But I really need to talk to him about something very bad. That if it is true that he did not talk about here because I did not talk about it because I learned about it after this video.
Ah, so he would have talked about it if he hadn't learned about it already. Okay, now that makes perfect sense. Incredible. This is him trying to blackmail him, by the way.
Okay?
But he already is one. Not Lewis, obviously. Although Lewis might get replaced by a black guy in a Disney movie.
And it's bad, okay? Worse than all of this stuff if it is true. And I'm not going to show you guys because it could be career ruining.
And this seems off to me.
I'm cooming!
This sounds like it's used as a bargaining chip, and potentially a veiled threat, so he can start the conversation with him and try to clear his name from wrongdoing. Or else he might leak this unverified thing that could be really bad for him. There's no clear way to say for certain what's happening here, but the fact he said this on his stream at all seems pretty messed up to me. Researching for this video was far more difficult than I expected it to be. This guy's content is truly miserable to watch. I'm probably going to go back to BreadTuber stuff next. Thanks for watching.
All right, that video was actually kind of good. It's pretty decent.